God bless you, global Christian friends, and good evening. God bless the American public and the American government. Lord, who have believed our report, and to whom have the arm of the Lord been revealed? To us. We believe the report, we understand it. Why? Because we have the Spirit, the same Spirit of understanding. We understand what the Almighty does to the spirit of man. It's written in Scripture. We understand that very clearly. Verse 39, therefore they could not believe because, as Isaiah said again, he had blinded their eyes. Now think on one occasion we had earlier that they had closed their eyes. But here we see where the Lord said in Scripture that he had blinded their eyes. Think about that statement. See for what it's worth. Remember Jesus said, I came into the world that they would see, not might see, so that they would see, might be made blind. Not only had he blinded their eyes, but hardened their hearts, that they should not see with their eyes and understand with their heart and be converted, and I should heal them. That's not the state that God wants you to be in. He is too pure, too divine, and too perfect to have you live in a state that is absolutely, totally against the proper stance and standard of that state of living. If you want to be perfect and live perfect. If you want to be holy and live holy. If you want to be righteous still and live righteous. You're not going to be holy and be profane at the same time. It can't happen that way. Do not happen that way. God will not have you in that respect. To be here. These things, said Isaiah in 41, when he saw his glory and spoke of him. Nevertheless, among the chief rulers also many believed on him. But because of the Pharisees, they did not confess him. Think about that. You don't confess me before men, I cannot confess you before my Father and his holy angels in heaven. So you may believe, but if you don't confess, what good is it? I believe, but I don't confess. I'm saying this again. The Lord is saying, say this again. I believe in Jesus, but I don't confess Jesus. I'm going to tell you what I had many of used to come to me and say to me. They used to come to me privately and say, I believe in Jesus, but I can't let them know it. Now, that's been said to me so many times by my friends and compadres. I believe in Jesus, but I can't confess him. I can't let them know it. And, well, they knew that I knew the Lord and believed in the Lord. Otherwise, they wouldn't have came to me and told me these things, but they did. I've had them even pull me in their house out of the sight of those who didn't believe in Jesus, so that I would not be seen talking to them about Jesus. But you have to confess him. You don't confess me, I can't confess you before my Father, which is in heaven. You believe on him, but because of the Pharisees, they did not confess him, lest they should be put out of the synagogue. Remember that statement? If you confess that he is that, or he the Christ, you are, what's that word, excommunicated. You are disbanded. You're no longer of the fellowship. All right, you're disbarred. And I'm going to say this because it's right to say this. If the apostles themselves had not feared this statement, they would have gained a whole lot more ground than they did. but they feared being put out of the synagogue, and they didn't really catch fire and catch hold until the church at Antioch, when they realized that God was doing so much away from Jerusalem in Antioch. They had to go down and send the deacons down and everybody to find out what's happening down at that church in Antioch. My God, they have revival down there. And the word is coming back to Jerusalem, the church at Jerusalem. They are down. My God, they're having a great revival down there. Everybody had to go. Sent down Peter, sent down John. Took the deacons down with them. Had they done what they should have done in the beginning and kept it going from house to house, they would not have need to have gone in the synagogue, but they did. And there's all kinds of scripture to show that. Got them in trouble, much trouble because of that. Afraid to be put out of the synagogue. Verse 43, for they loved the praise of men more than the praise of God. Wrong statement. Verse 44. Jesus cried and said, he that believeth on me, believeth not on me, but on him that sent me. Everybody out there say, him that sent me. Him that sent me. Across the world, him that sent me. He that seeth me, seeth him that sent me. We see him. We know him. We understand him. We love him. We confess him. I am come a light into the world that he has, that whosoever believeth on me should not abide in darkness. Notice that word, should not, should not, should not, should not. That should not should become shall not. When you find should nots, convert them into shall nots. All right? Anytime you find should not, like in John 3:16, should not perish, convert it into shall not perish. All right? You know how to do that. John 3:16, we got that already. John 3:16, John 10:28. From should not perish to shall not perish. And another one, should not see death, Hebrews 11:5, to shall not see death, John 8:51. That's what I mean by companion scriptures. That's why companion scriptures are so important. I give them to you to give you wisdom and understanding. All right? God said we should feed you with knowledge and with understanding. And you have to receive that knowledge with the understanding in order to be able to understand God. But if you don't, you never will. Not totally. We're not doing this for money. We have all we need. My God shall supply and has supplied all our needs according to his riches and glory. And you know this to be a fact. You read, you hear, you understand. And if any man hear my words and believe not, I judge him not, for I came not to judge the world, but to save the world. He that rejecteth me and received not my word hath one that judgeth him. The word that I have spoken, the same word shall judge him in the last day. And you know how that's done. And we will get into that again. God bless you, global Christian friends. We love you.